YouTube family, what's good with you? It's your boy 2A in LA, and as always, fam, anything I say in this episode, prior episodes, or future episodes is just my personal opinion. Don't take it as fact. Don't take it as law. Always do your own homework and come up with your own conclusions. Right about now, family, I should go ahead and tap that like button for your boy. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome. Come on in. You can join the congregation by smashing that subscribe button and requesting all post notifications. And if you are an existing supporter of this channel, fam, I appreciate you more than you can possibly imagine. You are the reason this channel is anything. All right, fam, let's get this episode rolling. So look, fam, you saw the intro, right? You saw the intro, right? It's about that time. It's about that time. We have a battle of the Titans. We have in this corner the Phoenix Trinity X Covert Honcho V2. And in this corner, we have the Atlas Erebus. Fam, if you haven't seen the review I did on this gun, go back and check it out. You'll see that I said that from a shootability standpoint, in terms of how soft it is, how flat it is, how fast it is, I felt like it was as good, if not better, than the Erebus. Now, I felt though that the quality of the fit and finish and coating and everything on the Erebus and Atlas guns is better. But I'm talking just shootability, like how the gun feels to shoot. I felt like the Honcho was as good, if not better. And this gun is now retailing for $8,000 with an 18-month wait. This gun is retailing at $6,500 and probably looking like a 30 to 90 day wait. So, you know, just depends on which one you kind of want to get in your, do you want to spend the extra money and do you want it in your hands faster, right? Let's kind of talk about these two guns. Now, if you guys watch the channel, you know I have said up until very recently, the Atlas Erebus was the best shooting gun that I had ever shot. Ever. And then, you know, other guns started coming into my collection. My Hayes came in there, although I think the Erebus is a little better shooter than the Hayes. My Venom came in there. And that's a bad boy. And then the Rafferty Lucky Devil came in there and kind of shut the place down, right? And so I say all that to say I love the Atlas Erebus. It remains to this day one of the best shooting guns in my collection and one of my favorite guns. So believe me when I tell you that when I shot this gun and I was like, this gun may be softer and flatter and faster than my Erebus, I was like, nah, that's not possible. How could that be possible, fam? Look, I think the secret sauce is the dual ports on the Phoenix Trinity Honcho. Now, this is the Honcho V2. The original Honcho had 3 comps on it, and it was like 100% race gun. This version 2, this collaboration with Covert, is kind of a hybrid. And I would almost say it's almost not fair to compare it to the Erebus because the Erebus only has the single comp. And I would say this is like a hybrid between an Erebus and a full-blown race gun that has 3 comps or is comped and ported, right? But whatever, we do what we do. So look, I would say I've got decent grip mechanics. I'm getting better kind of daily. But if you have a weaker grip or your grip fundamentals are not as good, I'll say that the Honcho with that dual comp is going to cover that up. I feel like a 5-year-old could hold this gun and shoot it accurately. I mean, it has zero recoil impulse. Now, the Erebus does too. If you've got, especially if you're shooting at a slower pace. These guns feel very similar. Where the Honcho starts to create a little distance is when you start shooting at higher speeds, where your grip comes more into play. I think even with a bad grip, you're going to feel crazy good with the Honcho. Same thing with the Erebus, but you can feel the gun will start to get it'll start to flip a little bit more, start to get away with you just a hair, making you slightly less accurate at very high rates of speed, whereas the Honcho is just beasting. Like, if I were shooting, and I'll go ahead and I'll put up the accuracy test I did from about 15 yards unassisted with both guns, you'll see that the Erebus probably has a little tighter group than the Honcho does, because I think the Erebus probably is a little bit more accurate. Atlas Erebus. But what I would say is that at higher rates of speed, the Honcho it outperforms the Erebus a little bit. It outperforms that extra comp. Like I said, just zero recoil, fam. Zero. Crazy flat. Unusually flat. Maybe the flattest gun I've ever shot. Now, I have shot and did a review on the Atlas Chaos, which is Atlas's race gun. But that was very kind of early on in my shooting journey. And it's, probably been well over a year since I've shot it. So I can't really say. If I can get my hands on the Chaos again, maybe we'll do a head-to-head comparison with the Honcho and the Chaos now that my fundamentals are better and I've had more exposure to the space. But I gotta say, fam, crazy flat shooting. So, head to head, which is better? I think that begs the question, what's better? This gun scored, I believe, a 92 out of a possible 100 on the 2-way NLA scale. I'll put it up there so you can see that. This scored an 87 out of a possible 100. So that would lead you to believe that the Erebus is better. I would say that the Erebus probably is a little bit more accurate or a little bit more precise. I'd say it's definitely better manufactured, like the quality of the manufacturing is better. But when it comes to shooting experience, and sometimes that's more important than some of the other things I'm talking about. When it comes to shooting precision, I'm going to say that shooting experience, I'm going to say that the Honcho is a little better. It's better. It's just too easy and super fun and lightweight, and it runs and it's flat and it's fast and man, like I said, I'm chalking a lot of that up to those dual comps. But whatever it is, doesn't matter. it's the voodoo that Phoenix, Trinity, and Covert did. I gotta say, fam, I don't know. Like if somebody said, well, which one would you buy? So I'd say, if you're me, you're buying both, because I have the Erebus and I got a custom Honcho on its way. And I like this gun so much, I might have to ask Covert to let me hold this till mine comes so I can shoot it some more. I'm loving it. La da 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 da. I'm loving it. So if you're me, you want both, right? But if I could only choose one, what I would say again, better manufacturer, arguably more accurate gun, $1,500 more than this one though. And I feel like this one is a better, I don't know if I want to call it better shooter. It says a better shooting experience. It is so flat and so fast. Faster and flatter than the Erebus, I feel like. Yeah, man. There isn't a world that exists where I wouldn't want my Erebus, but if I didn't already have an Erebus, I would order both and then I would wait the 18 months for my Erebus to come, and in the meantime, I would pick this up for $6,500 and just shoot the heck out of it. Man, look, if I, I'm getting ready for to start shooting USPSA again. Limited optics is going to be where I'm going to start, and I'm shooting my Atlas Artemis in that. But if I decide I want to shoot open, this is probably going to be my open gun before my Erebus. Even before my Lucky Devil. Not that it's better shooter than my Lucky Devil. Certainly not better manufacturer than my Lucky Devil. But I feel like I just would love to put a bunch of rounds to it. It's a pleasure to shoot, fam. I guess that's how I would kind of define it. It's just a pleasure to shoot. It is such a fun gun to shoot. Like I said, crazy fast, crazy flat, zero recoil, accurate gun, just a blast. Like I feel like I could shoot this gun all day and kill a bunch of ammo and just walk away not feeling like, oh, I got worn down. No, it's just so easy. I shot 1,000 rounds through it in no time. I kept it makes you want to go fast because the trigger is so good and it's so flat, and I kept finding myself having to reload. I kept reload mags over and over and over again. You just want to mag dump it. It's a blast to shoot. So look, fam, these two guns are both incredible. I would say that the Erebus is a better gun. Like I said, better fit and finish, better reliability, it's better precision, more precise gun, better trigger. The Phoenix Trinity Honcho is the funner gun. It's more fun to shoot. It really is like a hybrid between the Erebus and a full-blown race gun, and I love it. I can't wait for my custom one on order, which is on its way. But like I said, I might have to have a talk with my boys at Covert and say, hey, let me hold something. Let me hold something. The Honcho is all that in a bag of chips. All right? That's it for this episode, fam. Until next time, as always, take care of one another and peace.